artificial intelligence. What can it do? I mean, we've seen some of the crazy things that AI can do. It can literally take Ariana Grande's voice and make her sing a Taylor Swift song, or vice versa, Taylor Swift singing an Ariana Grande song. Or we can use Chat GPT to ask us to write Resident Evil scenarios, which is what we're doing today. I personally have never used Chat GPT ever, but I've heard some pretty cool things about it, and I thought I would give it a go with Resident Evil because that's what I post videos about. We are on Chat GPT. We're gonna sign up, continue with Google. Okay, so we are now in Chat GPT, and it looks like you just type. So that's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna ask, write me a scenario about me and Jill Valentine. Okay. What? Do you guys see how much this thing, in a matter of maybe 7 seconds, this thing wrote in 7 seconds an entire story, scenario, as I told it to write. It knows exactly what Resident Evil is. It has Stars Operative, Raccoon City, everything. I'm gonna read this. Can we have some music in the back? Thank you. Maybe some sound effects as well. A thrilling encounter with Jill Valentine. It was a cool moonlight night in Raccoon City, and you found yourself walking through the dark and eerie streets, your heart pounding with each step. The city had fallen into chaos, overrun by hordes of grotesque creatures. You were just an ordinary civilian, trying to survive in this nightmare. As you turned a corner, you heard a soft, cautious voice behind you. Hey, you there. Hold on. Startled, you spun around to find the source of the voice. And there she was. Jill Valentine, the legendary Stars operative, standing in the shadows, her weapon at the ready. Jill's piercing blue eyes locked onto yours, and you could see the determination and experience in her gaze. She beckoned you over, and you cautiously approached, your fear somewhat eased by the sight of a capable ally. Are you okay? Jill asked, her voice calm and reassuring. You nodded, unable to find words in the midst of this terror. She continued, we need to find a safe place. Come with me, and stay close. With Jill leading the way, you both navigated the treacherous streets, dodging zombies and mutants along the way. Her combat skills were unmatched, and it was clear that you were in the presence of a true survivor. With Jill leading the way, you both navigated the treacherous streets, dodging zombies and mutants along the way. Her combat skills were unmatched, and it was clear that you were in the presence of a true survivor. As you moved through the city, she shared snippets of her past experiences and insights into the outbreak, making you feel both inspired and grateful for her guidance. Eventually, you reached an old abandoned building that seemed relatively secure. Inside, Jill set up a makeshift barricade and began checking her gear. We can't stay here forever, she said, her voice serious. But for now, it's as safe as it gets. Sitting in the dimly lit room, you and Jill exchanged stories of your lives before the outbreak. It was a brief moment of respite in the midst of chaos, and you found yourself a strange sense of camaraderie with this iconic heroine. Her presence gave you a hope that against all odds, survival was possible. Hours passed, and the sounds of the outside world grew quieter. With a glance at her watch, Jill stood up. We can't stay here any longer. I've got a plan to get us out of here, but we'll need to be careful. Following Jill's lead once again, you both set out into the night, determined to face the horrors of Raccoon City head-on. With her experience and newfound courage, you felt like you had a fighting chance in this nightmare world. As you ventured deeper into the city, you knew that whatever challenges lay ahead, you and Jill Valentine would face them together, two survivors refusing to be defeated by the darkness that had consumed Raccoon City. I'm in shock because I have a few things to say about this. Number one, this does not sound like AI wrote it. This sounds like something you would read on Wattpad or Tumblr, which I have used to try and find Jill Valentine stories because I love reading these kind of stories. They're so interesting. But also, okay, so the second thing I want to say is a little more like sensitive. And one thing about me is that if I am upset about something, I will rant about it, and I'm about to rant about it and get all emotional and vulnerable. But to be honest, my dream job right now is to be a YouTuber. And eventually it's to become an actress or a singer. But because, as I just showed you, this is so advanced that AI, even right now, some Netflix shows are being written by AI. And it's actually horrible because how are we going to get paid? It's scary because even AI can even do voice acting. Voice actors won't be needed. Actors in general will not be needed. And this is horrible because a lot of jobs, not just this, a lot of jobs are going to be taken over by AI. And this is horrible for people trying to find jobs. It's hard enough to find a job right now, and AI, even in grocery stores, you don't even have to go to a cashier. You can just have self-checkout. So I this is why it's upsetting. It's cool, but it's also not. I want to say, like, I want to show you guys this is how advanced AI is. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to consider subscribing, like this video, and until next time, I will see you guys on the next one.